Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, my dear friends, my dear sisters, to this wonderful live show today, our YouTube live show. Welcome, Sister Chove. I can see you already. And thank you so much for your patience. I'm sorry we are a little late today, 2, 3 minutes late, but I'm so happy that we all are here. We could make the time on this beautiful Friday evening to be here with us. So today our topic is health, health, weight loss. Let me adjust my hair a little bit. Yes, our topic is health. Our topic is weight loss. And it has been a very important topic for me because I have been pregnant 5 times. As a child, I was very, let me just say, healthy, like my mom used to say. So I've always been up and down with my health. So at some point, I really became very conscious. You know, as you grow, you mature, you become conscious of your environment. You become conscious of what you eat. You become conscious of what you wear. And then the more we grow, we realize it's not even so much more about our looks. Because hey, today I'm 45. Yeah, I'm married with 5 kids. What else can go wrong? But right now I'm realizing the importance of having been healthy. When I go jogging in the morning, sometimes people ask me, why do you go jogging so much? Why do you eat fruits and vegetables all the time? You're so healthy. You don't need all these things. But I say it's not about how I look. It's not about my clothes size. It's just about taking care of this temple that God has given me, taking care of my body so that I can live long and enjoy the goodness of this life and watch my children grow, enjoy my grandchildren, and why not my great grandchildren. So there is much more to it. Today, I'm going to be joined by an amazing lady. Her story is just amazing because I met this lady in January of this year, and when I look at her today, she's a completely different person, in every sense. And you're going to realize why when she comes online. Please, before I bring in our guest, Elise, I just want to invite us to share this link again. Just put it on your status, just share it in your groups, just share it with some contacts real quick so that many more people can join us and benefit also from this message. And it doesn't matter, it's not just for women. You can also share with your husbands, share with just everyone. This reminds me, I need to put it on my status as well. So you're welcome once more. My dear sisters, dear Sylvie, dear Fifi, thank you for being there. And I just want to bring in our beautiful guest of today, Queen, Transformation Queen. That is how I call her, Transformation Queen Elise. Elise, you are welcome.
Hello, Mommy Laura.
Hello, my dear Elise. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Well, I'm also fine. We have gone live now, so thank God. It wasn't very easy. We had some technical issues at the start, but now we are here, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, dear Elise, before I welcome you to introduce yourself and we start discussing, I would just like us to begin with a prayer. As we
Yeah.
did during our program, we always begin with a prayer because everything we do, everything we have is from God. We are nothing without Him, and we cannot do anything without Him. So I would just invite you to pray for us. And God listens. God understands every language. He created the languages. So if you're comfortable praying in French, you go ahead and pray in French, and then we can, before we continue. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so I will pray in French. Let us pray. Seigneur notre Dieu, nous te rendons grâce, nous te disons merci pour ces moments que tu nous donnes de passer en ta présence. Merci d'abord, Seigneur, parce que tu as veillé sur nous tout au long de la semaine, cette semaine de travail qui s'est achevée aujourd'hui. Merci parce que tu as été avec nous dans tout ce que nous avions à faire. Tu as veillé sur nous, tu as veillé sur les membres de nos familles, tu as permis à ce que, malgré les occupations diverses, nous puissions nous rencontrer ici en ce moment. Nous voulons te présenter ces événements, nous voulons te présenter ce que nous avons à faire actuellement. Nous te prions de bénir ces moments d'échange éternel et de donner que chacun puisse sortir étant satisfait de ce qui se serait dit, de ce qui serait échangé ici. Veille éternelle sur chacune de nous et permet à ce que chacun puisse atteindre ses objectifs parce que nous savons que toute personne qui se connecte, c'est parce qu'elle trouve un intérêt à ce thème. Seigneur, veille et veille sur chacun au nom de Jésus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Merci beaucoup, ma chère Élise. Et j'aimerais aussi souhaiter la bienvenue à tous qui sont là, qui ont été invités par Élise. Je sais qu'elle a vraiment partagé, elle a vraiment, parce que c'est une thème qui l'intéresse beaucoup et elle-même me dit toujours que ma vie est tellement changée et j'aimerais partager ce que j'ai appris, j'aimerais partager tout ce que je connais avec le monde parce que je veux que tout le monde soit béni comme moi. OK. Mais je veux parler mieux en anglais. Je crois que vous avez déjà remarqué que mon français n'est pas, n'est pas trop bien. Mais je veux seulement dire, Elise, we do both languages, okay? If you have something which you want to say, if you can only say it in French, no problem. You go ahead and say it. I can translate into English. And pour tous ceux qui sont en ligne, si vous voulez aussi poser une question ou écrire quelque chose en français, vous pouvez aussi écrire. Je vais toujours essayer de traduire. OK, merci beaucoup. All right, my queen. So, where do we begin? I would just say, could you please just tell us who you are? Just introduce yourself and give us a brief summary of your story, of your weight story, your life. Your weight journey. Not too much because we're going to have the whole evening to go into it. Just a brief story in a nutshell. Thank you.
Okay. I think I will present myself, but in French. Ok, je me présente en français. Je suis Élise Amelzamou, maman de 4 enfants. Ça fait à peu près combien d'années que je suis en Allemagne? Bon, ce n'est pas très important. Mais en fait, mon premier enfant est né au Cameroun. Et quand mon enfant est né au Cameroun, la prise de poids, je vais beaucoup me focaliser sur le poids parce que c'est le thème de ce jour. Bon, étant enfant, je n'avais pas vraiment beaucoup de poids, ça allait vraiment. Mais quand mon premier enfant est né, ça allait également parce que oui, on est au Cameroun, les mamans viennent et te nourrissent. Mais après, quand elles s'en vont, ça va. On a un rythme au Cameroun où on n'est pas constamment en train de manger ou bien de... Oui, donc mes problèmes de poids arrivent vraiment quand j'arrive en Allemagne. En Allemagne, il y a tellement de sucreries. Tu vas dans les magasins, ce n'est que des sucreries et c'est à des prix tellement abordables que tu te dis waouh. Je me rappelle quand je suis arrivée en Allemagne et que j'ai fait quelques semaines après, j'ai fait les premières photos, j'ai envoyé à ma maman. Elle me dit fais attention. Je vois vraiment que tu as pris du poids, mais ce n'était pas un thème ça me préoccupait pas en fait. Donc, le problème de poids commence vraiment à me préoccuper après la naissance de mon deuxième enfant et il n'est pas césarienne. Bon, je justifie que, OK, j'ai fait des recherches et on a dit que quand on fait une césarienne, on prend beaucoup de poids et perdre ce poids est difficile. Donc, je n'arrive pas vraiment à perdre le poids et ainsi de suite. Le troisième enfant arrive et le quatrième enfant. Donc, ce sont les poids qui s'accumulent et qui ne font que s'accumuler. Du coup, j'étais frustrée, mais que faire? Je ne mettais cela que sous le poids de la maternité et des césariennes.
OK.
Je crois que je vais faire m'arrêter ici. Et...
Oui, je vais traduire un peu, OK?
Voilà.
Parce que les gens me demandent déjà de traduire. Bon, so my dear, Edith, you're welcome. Edith, you're welcome. Sylvie, you're welcome. Judith, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Keep on sharing the link. Just share the link in your groups and invite other people to join. So this is Elise. I'm sure you understood that one. Elise she lives in Germany. She's a mom of four amazing kids. And so she says, she gave birth to her first child in Cameroon. And, when she gave birth, when she had the first baby, she did not really have any problem of weight. She was able to lose the weight because, as it is in Cameroon, you're being taken care of. You have good fruits, you have good fruits, vegetables, and life in Cameroon is quite exciting. It's quite active, So she didn't have any problem of weight. Her weight issues started when she came over to Germany, because as you know, here in this part of the world, there is a lot of sugar. There's a lot of sweets. Go to the supermarket, chocolate with 50 pence, with 50 cents, you can buy chocolate. With a few cents, you can buy yogurt. All these things, biscuits. They are also affordable, and that is where her problem started. And then she got pregnant with the second child, who came through C-section. I hope I'm not missing that.
Yeah.
The child was born through C-section, and of course, some people told her, she also consoled herself that, oh well, when you have C-section, it's normal to put on weight, and it doesn't go off easily. So then came child number 3 and kid number 4. And so the weight just kept accumulating. And she always, she was frustrated, no doubt, but she always assigned it to baby weight. It was just like, oh, well, it's okay. What should I do? I've had 4 kids and stuff like that. So I think that is where she ended. You can continue, Elise.
OK. Donc, quittant au Cameroun, par exemple, à l'université, je faisais, disons, dans les 55 kilos maximum. Donc, je me retrouve immédiatement après la naissance de mon 4e enfant à 96 kilos. Et 96 kilos, ça fait pratiquement 40 kilos.
96. Attends,
Ja,
80.
96.
96.
Ja,
Ok, presque 100 kilos.
presque
Ok.
100, justement.
Yeah.
Oui.
Mhm.
Et
Ok.
au point où, à la grossesse de mon 4e enfant, les médecins m'ont vraiment dit, mais madame, c'est grave, il faut faire quelque chose parce que c'est beaucoup de poids. J'ai frôlé le diabète gestationnel et du coup, c'était stressant même le développement de la grossesse parce que j'avais un suivi particulier. Mais tout ça a été lié au poids.
Mhm.
Donc, après,
Ok.
ou bien tu vas d'abord traduire ou...
Non, tu peux continuer. Je suis
OK.
en train de faire les notices. Oui.
Donc, du coup, pendant la grossesse, c'est vrai que pendant la grossesse, j'ai fait beaucoup d'efforts pour ne plus en prendre parce que je sais que si je n'avais pas fait les efforts après que les médecins m'aient contacté, peut-être je devais aller même à 100 et au-delà de 100, mais j'ai fait beaucoup d'efforts pour pouvoir stopper à 96 kilos. Après la naissance de l'enfant, j'ai essayé. Ça semblait marcher, mais après, ça repart. Par exemple, je ne sais pas si je dois déjà parler des méthodes que j'ai essayées
Non, non,
auparavant.
non, tu peux laisser maintenant comme ça.
OK.
You can stop here. So
OK.
what Elise was saying in the past minute was, before coming to Germany, or when she came to Germany, she was at 55 kilos. You know how it fluctuates. When you drink a lot of water, it goes
Yeah.
up to 57. When you don't drink, So she was around a good manageable weight, 55, 56. That's a good weight. And then by the time she gave birth to, she got pregnant with her 4th son, with her 4th kid. Yes. She was at 96 kilos, so almost 100 kgs. And she remembers during that pregnancy, the doctors warned her, and they said, lady, you need to keep an eye on your weight, because it's already getting dangerous. And so she developed diabetes during the pregnancy. She had to be controlled a lot. She had more visits to the doctor to make sure that everything was being regulated because of the weight. And then during that pregnancy, she really made an effort to contain the weight. She's going to tell us later what she did to contain the weight, and then finally gave birth. And later, she has been trying since then to lose weight. Sometimes it works. There's so many diets out there, so many methods out there. Sometimes it works, and then it comes back. We all know how it is. So that has been the journey so far. Thank you so much, Elise. Thank you
Ouais.
so much. Yes. So Um, Now, I just want us to, I want us to go back to January when I met you.
Oui,
Yeah, en janvier, quand on s'est rencontrés pour la
oui,
première fois, tu te
oui,
rappelles, n'est-ce pas?
je me rappelle.
Um, well, when I met you, you were very negative.
Mhm.
You know, I still remember when we started talking. We were having a girls' night. I think I can say it here.
Ouais,
One of our sisters in the chat, Sylvie. So we planned together with Elise to surprise her for her 40th birthday, and it was a girls' evening. Just I think five of us
mhm.
plus Sylvie. So we were at this Chinese restaurant. We were, eating, having fun, and then at some point the topic of weight loss came up because the program I was launching was supposed to start on Monday, like in 2 days, and three of the ladies who were there were going to take part. So they started talking about it, and they were asking Elise, "Are you not going to join us? Are you not going to join us on this program? We're starting on Monday." And Elise was like, "Oh, well, a weight loss program. What do you do there? What are you going to do there?" And then Sylvie, who had already attended this program once started took her time, explained to her and everything, and Elise was only saying, "No, pardon, je déteste les diètes, je déteste les diètes, je déteste le sport." So she said, "I hate diets, I hate sports," which is understandable because I remember when I was growing up, I hated sports as well. I hated sports. This thing is messing with my hair. I don't even know what direction to push it, whether to the left or to the right, because the thing is in the opposite direction. But anyway,
It's
um,
good like this.
yeah, thank you. So she was saying, "I hate sports, I hate diet. No, I can't join the program and everything." So now here we are today. You did join the program. So what is it that made you change your mind and decide to give it a try? What was the turning point? When did it make click to you, Elise?
Ok, je dirais que c'est vrai.
Mm-hmm.
Je me rappelle et je m'en souviendrai peut-être toujours parce que ça me fait tellement rire puisque quand Laura me contacte justement pour l'anniversaire surprise de Sylvie, je vois sur son statut. Elle met une photo, je crois qu'elle avait mis peut-être en 2002, je ne sais plus trop. Elle se présente en 2002 et en 2019. Bref, je ne sais pas tous les détails. Elle avait vraiment changé. Le changement était clair. Sur l'une des photos, elle était potelée et sur l'autre, elle était vraiment petite. Je dis, ah, waouh, qu'est-ce que Laura est en train de, qu'est-ce qu'elle fait, quoi. Bon,
Mm-hmm.
waouh, c'est jeune, elle a perdu le poids, oh, comme elle est belle. Et quand on était à l'anniversaire de Sylvie, elle ne faisait que me taquiner. Comme Laura vient de se présenter tout à l'heure et disait qu'elle a 45 ans, Sylvie ne faisait que dire, oh, regarde une maman de 45 ans, regarde comment elle est belle, regarde comment elle prend soin d'elle, puisque Sylvie aime bien les blagues et nous blaguons souvent beaucoup. Et je disais, waouh, 45 ans, 5 enfants, oh là là, oh mon Dieu. Et justement, on arrive au sujet du programme qui commence dans 2 jours. Et Sylvie et je crois Queen Blanche devaient aussi
Mhm,
participer au
mhm,
programme.
mhm, mhm,
Et je leur demande que, en fait, c'est quoi le programme? Elle me dit que non, en fait, on te réhabitue, tu dois apprendre peut-être à mieux équilibrer tes alimentations, tu dois apprendre le sport. Je dis, oh, encore ça. Donc
mhm,
là, on doit combiner le régime avec le sport. Non, non, moi, je déteste les régimes et je déteste le sport. Je n'aime pas le sport. Queen Blanche essaye de me convaincre. Non, 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 ce n'est pas un régime. Vraiment, elle-même, elle me dit, déjà, quand je comprends le nom régime, là, ça m'énerve. Si c'était
mhm,
un régime, moi-même, je serais déjà out. Je ne serais plus là. Ce n'est pas un
mhm,
régime. Et
mhm,
ce qui me dit que, crois-moi, ma chérie, j'ai déjà eu à participer à ce programme, mais c'est très bien. Mais
mhm,
pour dire vrai, en sortant, je n'étais pas convaincue.
mhm,
Puisque quand on causait, j'ai dit à Queen Blanche que, OK, c'est très bien, c'est très beau, mais je n'ai même pas de temps. J'ai
mhm,
4 enfants, je n'ai pas de temps.
mhm,
Comment je vais faire? Je vais me mettre à faire les rééquilibrages alimentaires et le sport. Je vais prendre le
mhm,
temps.
mhm,
Oh, quand j'étais arrivée, un peu avant qu'on attende Sylvie pour lui faire la surprise, puisqu'il fallait que tout marche, on était en train de causer. Et je crois que j'ai dû dire à Blanche que mon fils aîné est très sportif. Et
Mhm.
il m'est arrivé quelques rares fois d'aller faire le jogging avec lui.
Mhm.
Mais il me dépasse tellement que parfois il arrive à la maison même 10 minutes avant moi. C'est là
Mhm.
qu'elle regrette, c'est ça. Elle dit, voilà, tiens, tu prends le prétexte des enfants pour me dire que tu n'as pas le temps. Pourtant,
Mhm.
voilà qui dit que ton fils est sportif. Ça veut dire que si tu veux, tu peux faire le sport. Si ton fils peut aller faire le sport avec toi, ça veut dire que tu peux trouver du temps. Je ne sais pas si tu dois d'abord
Oui,
traduire.
c'est ça que je voulais dire. Quand je fais comme ça,
OK.
c'est mal. All right, ladies, let me translate what Elisa said so far. So, oh, welcome, my twin sister, Edith. Edith, Edith. You're so welcome, my dear. And welcome, my darling, darling Iya. You're always on board. I'm so, so happy to have you on board. God bless you. So, I was asking Elise, like I said before, she was so negative and everything. What made her change her mind? So, she was talking about how when we were at this restaurant, our lovely sister Sylvie, who is always very encouraging, very pushful, very supportive, was trying to tell her, look at that's a mom of five. I mean, she was talking about me, by the way. So that's a mom of five, 45 years old. Can you believe it? And, she just kept pushing Elise to say something. And Elise said, oh, yeah, she looks good and everything. And Sylvie was saying, yeah, because she takes care of herself and stuff like that. And then at some point, the topic of the program came up, which was going to start in 2 days. And so she asked, what is the program about? And then another Sylvie was there. There are two Queen
Yeah.
Sylvies who were there. The other Queen Sylvie took time to tell her, it's all about, nutrition, just trying to get a deeper view on nutrition and also trying to exercise, encouraging each other to exercise. And immediately she said, no, 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 I'm not in it. Diet, anything that's to do with diet and sports, I'm out. So the ladies had a rough time, trying to convince her. And then her excuse was, I don't even have time. I don't even have time. I have 4 kids, I'm working. I have 4 kids. I don't have time for such things. So at some point, she mentioned that her son, she has the elder son, I think he's 11 years old, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. He's very active. And sometimes they go jogging. And this boy will reach the house about 10 minutes before her. So one of the queens told her, you see, so you can do it with him. You can get him to do sports with you. Don't you can do this, you can do this. So that is where Elise ended. Elise, can you just continue a round up with this and then we go to the next question?
Yeah. Et en fait, quand bien que elles avaient essayé de me convaincre, je n'en étais pas convaincue. Franchement, je n'étais pas convaincue du programme.
Mm-hmm.
Puisque en se séparant même, je n'ai pas dit que oui, je vais faire le programme.
Mm-hmm.
Donc, je rentre avec Laura, on ne se parle plus du programme, mais on a vraiment beaucoup sympathisé en route. Donc, quand
Mm-hmm.
j'arrive, j'écris que je suis bien arrivée le lendemain, donc un jour avant le début du programme. Laura me demande, Élise, est-ce que je vais te mettre dans le programme? Donc, quand je réfléchis à cela maintenant, je comprends que Laura a vu Élise. Elle a dit, ouais, mon Dieu, comment je vais aider cette dame? Mais elle, puisque tout le monde a essayé de me convaincre et que ça ne donnait pas, elle me demande un jour avant que, bon, je fais comment? Est-ce que tu veux vraiment participer au programme? J'étais hésitante. Elle me dit, bon, tu sais, viens les premières semaines, la première, la deuxième semaine. Si tu n'es pas satisfaite, tu sors. Mais viens. Donc, je peux pratiquement dire, et je le dis, Laura m'a forcé carrément à intégrer le programme.
Yes.
Et l'autre difficulté était que je disais que, bon, elles sont même en train de parler d'un programme et Laura me dit ça se passe sur WhatsApp, mais je ne suis pas joignable sur WhatsApp. Donc, j'ai plusieurs limites. Je n'aime pas le sport, je n'aime pas les diètes, je n'aime pas WhatsApp et je n'ai pas de WhatsApp. Comment je vais faire? Ce n'est pas quelque chose pour moi. Mais bon, comme on avait essayé d'organiser l'anniversaire de Sylvie par un WhatsApp, via un WhatsApp de mon époux, Laura me dit que bon, je peux te mettre par son WhatsApp et si tu n'es pas convaincu, tu vas sortir, ce sera dommage, mais tu pourras sortir du programme. C'est donc comme ça que j'intègre le programme.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Elise. Thank you so much, Elise. So Elise just continued by saying that, she was really not convinced. even though the Sylvies, the two queens Sylvies, they did their best convincing her. She wasn't convinced. But then the day before the program started, that was on Sunday evening, when I was creating the group, I actually wrote to her and I asked her, because she had not said yes, neither had she said no. It was just hanging. So
Mhm.
I asked her again. I said, Elise, what's the plan? Should I add you in the group? I'm creating the group right now. So that is when she started really thinking, and then the other challenge that she had was that she doesn't even have WhatsApp. She's not even connected on WhatsApp. So how is she even going to take part in the project that goes on WhatsApp? But we also had a solution for that. So since she was still thinking, I'm not really sure, I don't have this, I don't have that, I hate this, I hate that. I said, okay, my dear, let me make a deal with you. I'll make a deal with you. I'll add you to the group. You can stay in the group for 1 week or 2 weeks. And if after 1 week or 2 weeks you are not convinced, please just let me know and I'll take you out of the group. No stress, no problem, no hitches. So she went into the deal.
Yeah.
She went into the deal. Elise, I think this is a good place to just go to the next program.
Yeah.
Welcome, Queen Ben. Yeah, Elise, Queen Ben is greeting us. She says, good evening,
Hello,
Queens.
Queen.
Hi, Queen Ben. You're welcome. Dear Janet, sweet sister, we love you as well. You're welcome. So this is a good time to go to the next question, Queen Elise. How did the program help you? How did the program help you? How did you find it and how did it help you?
Wow. Wow. Par où je vais commencer parce que je vais peut-être donner un résumé parce que
Mhm.
le programme m'a tellement, je sais pas, m'a appris sur l'alimentation, m'a donné la nécessité. Avant, par exemple, je vais dire, on se nourrissait, oui, en tant que le genre, j'aimerais dire peut-être, nous les femmes africaines, je ne sais pas si je me trompe, mais je crois nous les femmes africaines, ou bien nous les Africains, nous ne sommes pas vraiment éduqués sur l'alimentation. À moins que nous ne l'ayons appris à l'école, pour ceux qui ont fait les biochimies ou bien
Mhm.
je sais pas, mais en général, nous ne sommes pas éduqués sur l'alimentation. Donc, côté alimentation, ce qu'on trouve à mettre sous la dent, on met sous la dent. Mais avec ce programme, ça m'a donné de comprendre que tout ce que je mets sous la dent doit être réfléchi. Ça m'a donné de savoir planifier mes menus, de savoir planifier mes repas. Par exemple, peut-être déjà les deuxièmes semaines du programme, je me suis rendu compte que nous consommions trop gras, trop de viande, très tard, un mélange, trop de colonhydrates, de glucides. Bref, je ne faisais pas vraiment attention, je ne contrôlais pas en fait ce qui devait entrer dans mon ventre. Le genre, quand je veux préparer un truc, je ne faisais pas les plans à n'importe quelle heure. Si j'avais des travaux à faire, peut-être comme concernant le côté boulot, je suis souvent très occupée. Parfois, je me rendais compte que peut-être c'est à 19 heures que je dois mettre la marmite au feu. C'est vrai, les enfants sont rentrés, je leur trouve un truc rapidement, mais c'est à 19
Mhm.
heures que je dois mettre la marmite au feu. Donc, peut-être c'est vers 20 heures, 20h30, je dois être en train de manger 21 heures, je suis au lit. Mon Dieu. Quand j'y
Mhm.
passe aujourd'hui, je me dis, mais c'était totalement. Seulement, si je disais que j'ai changé seulement cet aspect, bien que ce ne soit pas que ce que j'ai changé, mais je crois le fait de changer même juste les heures de repas, ça apporte beaucoup. Et mais,
Tu peux finir cette phrase. Fini et
non,
je
non, je
traduis.
voulais dire, et maintenant, non seulement j'ai changé mes heures de fin de repas, mais même aussi les façons de faire les repas. Donc,
Okay.
que ce soit les petits déjeuners ou bien le repas du soir et les façons, les menus.
Okay. All right. So I was asking Elise, how did the program help her? And you could see at the start she didn't even know where to begin. But the main thing that she talked about was the program gave her a consciousness of food, of nutrition, because somehow, we go to school. If you don't really study maybe biochemistry or biology, you don't really get to study food. You don't really get to know what you're eating. It's like whatever comes to the table,
Yeah.
we just eat. So what this program did to her was that it gave her an understanding of the importance of consciously thinking about what you're going to eat, and then taking time also to plan your meals. Plan your meals. Plan, what are you eating? So she came to the realization that in her family, they were eating too much meat, they were eating too much carbohydrates, they were eating too much fat, and most especially, they were eating late, just late at any time. Because of the nature of her work, sometimes she found herself, maybe starting to cook at 7 p.m. So when you start cooking at 7 p.m., what happens? You finish cooking, maybe the family gets to eat at 8 p.m., at 8:30, and then at 9 p.m., you are in bed,
Yeah.
you're sleeping. So she says, even if that is the only thing that she got from the program, which is not, but she says even if that was the only thing that she had gotten from the program, it was a lot. Just changing her way of cooking and changing the time. The time, because I always say it's not just about what you eat,
Mm.
how you prepare it, when you eat. It plays a big role when it comes to staying healthy, maintaining your weight, and having all these factors that contribute to it. So this is one of the very, very important things that helped Elise in the program. All right, Mama, tu peux continuer.
Ok, et ce n'est pas tout. Comme je disais dernièrement, je dirais, et même déjà sur le petit déjeuner. En fait, je me suis rendu compte que, et plus tard on mangeait, très tôt le matin, j'avais faim, et vraiment très faim. Donc, du coup, comme les enfants, on doit les réveiller à 7 heures et on doit préparer leur boîte à lunch pour
Mhm,
l'école. Donc, du coup, en faisant leur boîte à lunch pour l'école, je dis, oh mon Dieu, comme j'ai faim. Donc, je dois charger rapidement un bout de pain, je dois manger. Je dis un
mhm,
deuxième parce que là, j'ai vraiment faim. Je ne peux pas commencer le travail dans ces conditions. Et
mhm,
c'est comme ça qu'à 7 heures, tu as déjà mangé peut-être deux, trois, sans contrôler vraiment la quantité, parce que les quantités, ça ne me préoccupait vraiment pas. Donc, je ne dirais pas
mhm,
que je suivais les quantités. Mais le plus tôt tu as mangé, 9 h, 10 h, tu as faim.
mhm.
Tu ne peux
Yes.
pas supporter, tu veux manger. Donc, tu
Mhm,
remarques, quand les enfants rentrent de l'école vers 14 h, tu leur fais un petit truc à manger, te voilà encore en train de manger.
mhm,
Avant d'attendre 19 h, quand tu as vraiment le temps pour faire donc ce qu'on appelle en allemand le Abendessen, donc vraiment ce que les Allemands appelleraient Mittagessen, c'est ça que je faisais comme Abendessen, par contre.
mhm.
Donc,
Wow.
4 repas est vraiment copieux. Et le programme m'a montré que non, mon Dieu, c'est trop. L'organisme n'a pas le temps de se reposer, que tu es en train de recharger.
Mhm.
L'organisme n'a pas digéré que tu es en train de recharger. Donc, voilà une autre
Ok,
chose.
maman. Oui, il faut que je traduise maintenant. Très bien, très bien. Avant de traduire, je veux quand même te montrer les messages que les gens ont mis pour toi. I saw Elise in a beautiful blue gown with Sylvie. It was
Oh,
wonderful. This is
thank you.
from Janet. Yes. And Sylvie says, I respected the way Elise was disciplined as far as the program was concerned. Oh, yes.
Thank you,
You
Sylvie.
know, yes. If I had to give certificates, definitely I would have given one to I would have given a prize to Elise for the most
Wow.
disciplined participant on the program. I mean, it's not a joke. She was very disciplined. So what she was saying was that, because she was always eating very late, maybe at 9 p.m. Oh, you're welcome, Dorcas. You're eating very late. And then when what she realized was that even though she was eating very late, when she got up in the morning at about 6, 7 o'clock to prepare the kids for school, she was very hungry. So by the time she's making bread, making the snacks for the kids, um, of course, because she's hungry and she needs to start work, she needs to also make something for herself. So by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, she has already had who knows how many loaves of bread, how many pieces of brötchen, and she wasn't even counting because at that time it did not mean anything to her. She just ate. So she would eat like that. And then by 9 a.m., maybe 10 a.m., we all know how it is in the times of Corona when most of us are doing home office. You know how it is when you're at home, right?
Yeah.
The kitchen is just calling you like, you sit all the time, the kitchen is just calling you, you're just hearing your name like Elise, Elise. Laura, Laura, come. I have
Yes.
something for you. So 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, she's gone to the fridge again, to the kitchen to eat something really quick. And mind you, when you're eating at that time, they are definitely not healthy things. It's going to be maybe a biscuit. It's going to be maybe a bread with some chocolate. So, those quick things, right? And then when the children come back from school at 2 p.m., there you go again. You're eating something with them. And
Yeah.
then around 6 p.m., 7 p.m., that is when she actually had time to cook the meals for the family. So normally we would always advise that you eat in the morning, breakfast like a king,
Yeah.
lunch like a prince, and then dinner like a beggar. Dinner should be really light because that's the last meal you're taking before going to bed. But in her case, it was always different because it's only in the evening that she had time to cook real food. And we know how our African food is, right?
Yeah.
When you add fufu on top, God. So that is how it was. And she just realizes now that, she wasn't giving the system any time to digest the food. She wasn't giving her system any time to take a break. And so that's one of the things also that the program really helped her to have that consciousness of knowing what to eat, how much to eat, at what time of the day. All right.
OK. Et
Go ahead.
je dirais encore que le programme commence de façon probablement très facile. Queen Laura nous recommande la première semaine juste de boire de l'eau, de l'eau citronnée le matin. Mais sans vous mentir, cette eau citronnée, je ne m'en sais pas plus aujourd'hui. Parce que cette eau citronnée me donne une discipline pas possible. Quand je me lève le matin, je sais si j'ai mangé la veille au trop tard à 16h30, et que je vais manger au trop tôt à 8h30, parce que je pratique le jeûne intermittent que j'ai toujours appris du programme. Je fais le 16-8. Donc, ça veut dire entre mon dernier repas et mon prochain repas du matin, il doit avoir eu 16 heures de temps. Donc, quand mes 16 heures de temps, même quand je n'ai pas pris mon eau citronnée le matin, même si j'ai déjà fait 18 heures de temps sans manger, franchement, rien n'entre dans mon ventre. Et après mon eau citronnée, je sais que j'ai minimum au moins 30 minutes avant de mettre quelque chose dans le ventre. Donc, du coup, cette eau citronnée, c'est ça qui m'accompagne en fait.
Mm-hmm.
Et non seulement ça, la façon de faire les repas, mais mon petit déjeuner pour l'apprêter, mon Dieu, je peux faire 1 heure de temps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Parfois, je
Okay.
commence à préparer mon petit déjeuner la veille parce que je dois râper les carottes, je dois les éplucher, je dois chercher les avocats, je dois chercher le yaourt nature. Bref, et franchement, j'ai compris que cette façon d'envoyer juste la main, charger un morceau de pain et manger, ça ne me rassasiait pas en fait. Et du
Oui.
coup, oui.
Oui. Non, du coup, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé du coup?
Du coup, c'est ça qui me faisait constamment manger. Mais une fois que tu comprends que non, comme Queen Laura disait, ton petit déjeuner doit être copieux, mais pas copieux pour être copieux, copieux pour
Mm-hmm.
être important. Ça doit être fait de fruits, de légumes, de légumineuses, un peu de variété. Donc, ça doit être vraiment trié.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Wonderful. Merci beaucoup, Mama Elise. Merci beaucoup. Queen Elise, Mama Elise. Wonderful. Donc, she says that the interesting thing with her was that we started the program very, very easily. So this is a 5 weeks program. And, sometimes I've done this program so many times. And I know in the first week, there are always some participants who are always very, very eager to get into it. Like Laura, please start the real thing. Like we mean business here. Give us a meal plan. What are we supposed to eat? What are we not supposed to eat? Tell us something. But I know what it means to just abruptly change everything. Your body will riot and you will not go past the second week. That is why many people start diets and start and stop, because it goes from 0 to 300. It doesn't work like that. So what I do is that in the first week, I don't restrict anything. Like, eat what you want to eat. If you want to climb on a tree, climb on the tree. But the only thing I want you to do is to drink water. Just stop drinking juice, soda, any other thing. Just drink water for me. That's all. And then prepare your healthy snacks. That's all. If you do that, I'm happy. So that's what we did. We did in the first week. And the first thing that I give is, the first recommendation that I give is lemon water. When you get up in the morning, before you start your day, before you even brush your teeth, you drink 3 to 4 glasses of warm lemon water. So as Elise says, this lemon water gives her a kind of discipline that she cannot understand. Because what lemon water does is that it flushes your system from the digestion that has taken place in the night. It flushes the system. So shortly after you've taken it, you are looking for that room. Yes. Which is what we want in the morning, right? Imagine getting up in the morning and you're just carrying it all around. It's not good. So we want it to go. So it starts the digestion, and then it also curbs your appetite. It curbs your appetite for the rest of the day. Sincerely, when you take this lemon water, it just does magic. And you might say, but Laura, I can't stand lemon. There are some people who cannot take lemon. You can also just take warm water without the lemon. But by all means, before brushing your teeth, take lemon water. I know people who go to bed, they have already prepared a flask of warm water and they just put it beside their bed, so that by the time they get up, yes, that is what I'm talking about. You don't take the lemon if you have gastric. Thanks for that question. The Blizzard. Okay, that's a wonderful name. If you have gastric or reflux, don't do lemon water. Just take warm water. Just take warm water. That it works perfectly well. It works perfectly fine. So I hope that answers your question. And then she also talked about intermittent fasting, which is also something that she learned. I think we did that in the third week, isn't it? I think in the third week, she learned intermittent fasting, which is just, I think we all know what intermittent fasting is. Just giving your system a time to break, finish up with the digestion before you take the next meal. So the big recommendation is 16 hours. It's 16 hours between your last meal of the past day and the first meal of the next day. But the longer you wait, the better. So intermittent fasting is something that she has been doing, and having this water in the morning really helps her to keep at least that 16 hours gap. And then this is the wonderful part. She says right now, breakfast is the most important meal of her day. She takes time. Like sometimes she takes about an hour just to prepare her breakfast, because she thinks about what is supposed to be in it. Before it was just, slice of bread, drop it in the toaster, tack, 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 it toast, poop, you remove it, butter, whoop, 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 and then maybe some sausage, mayonnaise, some sausage, what those things, and you're good to go. So right now she takes time to think about her breakfast and prepare a good, healthy breakfast. She looks for, she has to slice the carrots and prepare her vegetables and prepare her fruits and look for some natural yogurt. And I always say, whatever you want, yes, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Grab and go. Whatever you love eating. This is the thing about the program I do. I don't restrict anything. There is nothing which is taboo to us in this program. No, Whatever you love eating, love it. Because you know what happens when you restrict your meals? You restrict it, you might stay for 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. Believe me, the day you get the chance to eat it, you will eat like there is no tomorrow, and that is bad. So what I suggest that we do is portion control. So if you love plantains, oh please don't restrict yourself from eating plantains. Eat plantains, but if you used to eat 3 plantains per meal, maybe you reduce it to 1 plantain. Because we've also learned that when you take the time to chew, to eat slowly, the problem with us is that we are always in a rush, like we are running from war. My goodness. You're always, when you just put food in your mouth, you've swallowed. You put the next spoon, you've swallowed, when you do that way, you eat much, and you eat much. So whatever you like, just find a healthy way of eating what you like. Don't restrict yourself, don't deprive yourself. And with time, as you go more and more into your own research, because there's also one thing which is so important. When you understand why, that's why I always ask at the start of the program, write down your why. Why are you doing this program? Because it's only when you know why you're doing it that you'll be able to go through with it. Because there are days that are going to be tough, days that are going to be very tough. But when you understand why you're doing it, then you will be able to get up from your couch and go jogging, even though you're so tired.
Yeah.
You will
Yes.
be able to take time to prepare your breakfast, even though you just want to grab and go, like our lovely sisters have said. So, Mama Elise,
Yeah.
before we continue, we have some wonderful comments here. I will just put some of the comments up so that we can talk about them. So
Okay.
I want to welcome Queen Blanche. Queen
Oh.
Blanche is here. You're welcome, Queen. You're
Hello.
welcome, Queen. I
Blush.
saw Queen Blanche this morning. For those who are wondering who she is, she also took part in our program. She's one of those who was struggling to convince Elise at the
One
restaurant.
one of the Sylvie.
Yes, I saw her today, and she looks, mwah, she looks
Oh.
amazing, just amazing. So you're welcome, my queen. So Iya says, I like I like the warm part of the water. Yes, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful part. Gael, you're welcome. So Queen Sylvie wrote something. She says, if you can't hold water for a long time, yes, please drink a cup in the morning and drink the rest at work. Exactly. That is what she used to do, because she realized that on the highway sometimes she just had to stop in order
Yes.
to let the water go, because what goes in has to go out, right? Yes. So else wahala on the road. Exactly. So if you are working from home, of course you can do your 4 glasses of warm water at a go. It's fine. But if you're going to, maybe you have a long drive to work, then maybe you should just take one, and then when you get to work, you can complete the rest. Thank you very much, Sylvie, Queen, for that addition. And then our Queen Iya says, feeling is the secret.
Yes.
We have to feel good while eating so we can eat what we enjoy. That is right. Feeling is the secret. And you know what? When you also take time to chew your food. Yesterday, I was at a restaurant with my colleagues, and we all had lunch. I had ordered my pot of salad as usual. And so we were eating, and one of my colleagues was opposite me. He had some noodles. So he finished eating, and I was still there. And everyone had finished. I was still there, and they were looking at me. And then my colleague said, you know what, Laura? I love the consciousness with which you eat.
Wow.
Because eating is not just chewing and swallowing.
Yeah.
We need to bring in all the senses, and when you take time to chew slowly, you get the taste of the food, you enjoy it, and then when it finally goes down, your your digestive tract is waiting for it and saying, thank you for
Yeah.
making my work so easy, because digestion also flows. So by all means, we need to be conscious. We need to really take time to chew well and enjoy our food, because every other thing is connected to that. When you eat too fast, well, you know what happens when you go later on for part two. You will have a rough time. So thank you so much for that addition. And Queen Queen Edith, oh, my twin sister. This is my twin sister. I love her. She follows me wherever I go. Edith, you're welcome. She says, thanks for sharing your story, Elise. What is the key message for others who are thinking of getting into such a journey and are afraid to start it? Elise, that's a question for you. What is your message? Maybe they're thinking, oh, I have kids, I have a work, I have job, I don't have time for this. I hate diet, I hate sports. What is your key message for someone who is thinking of doing it, maybe knows that she should do it, but is not ready? What would you say to that person?
Non, franchement, j'aimerais encourager tout le monde. On peut se dire oui, chacun peut faire le programme, chacun peut essayer d'être discipliné, chacun peut lire sur le net et se mettre à la discipline, mais franchement, ce n'est pas la même chose d'être dans un groupe où nous savons que nous avons les mêmes objectifs. Nous étions pratiquement toutes mamans dans le programme et on s'encourageait. Tu vois, au début, ma difficulté était par exemple le sport. J'ai vite compris avec l'alimentation qu'il fallait faire quelque chose, mais le sport, non. Mais quand Queen Sylvie, quand Queen Blanche, quand Queen Lotus Blüte, je crois, quand
Mm-hmm.
Queen Malaika de 60 ans
Mm-hmm.
envoyait sur le forum tout le sport qu'elle est en train de faire, je disais, mon Dieu, donc je suis la dernière, il faut que moi-même je puisse poster quelque chose.
Mm-hmm.
Et la motivation du groupe, franchement, c'est énorme. Peut-être si je reste et je parle juste, vous allez croire que c'est des bavardages. Mais franchement, j'encourage toutes celles qui veulent faire le programme. Ce n'est pas de la publicité. On me dit, est-ce que
Mm-hmm.
je ne fais pas de la publicité? Mais
Mm-hmm.
franchement, tout le bien que cela m'a apporté. Je crois que j'aurais pu dire aussi, oui, je vais lire sur Internet comment on peut bien s'alimenter, comment on peut faire du sport. Mais je crois
Mm-hmm.
avec la motivation du forum et tout,
Mm-hmm.
parfois, nous ne sommes pas conscients de certaines choses, mais juste le fait que Laura ou d'autres queens écrivent dans le forum, nous allons donc faire des recherches et on dit, ah tiens, donc
Mm-hmm.
le groupe, franchement, c'est génial.
Okay, Mama. Let me translate. Okay, let me translate, Chloe. So, um, so what Elise is saying, for someone who might be thinking, well, I know I need to do something, but where do I begin? She encourages you to join a group. There are many groups online. It's true. You can always go online. You can always research. You can always get the information. I think that at the end of the day, we all know what we should do, right? Because people always ask me, what do I need to do to lose weight? We all know that is not a secret. It's everywhere. We have known it from the time we were children. We all know. The problem, the challenge is starting. And when you've started, staying on track. That is the problem. And that is where many people lose it. So the solution that Elise is, recommending is to join a group. Yes, and it can be any group. There are so many groups. Even you can even form a group. You call your sisters, your friends, and say, you know what? Come, let's start something. So she was saying that the one thing that really helped her was the fact that she joined this group, because in this group we were only women, we were only mothers. So whatever you're saying is not particular to you. Okay, you have 4 kids. Laura has 5. You know, Blanche has 2. Judith has 4. So what are you talking about? So when the other people, do sports, they go do their exercises and post in the group, she was like, okay, Wow. Everyone is posting. And we had our Queen Malaika.
Malaika.
Queen
Yeah.
Malaika is turning 60 very soon. And she was so amazing. She was doing her workouts. She was, posting her food, her plate, beautiful, colorful plates. So what do you want to do? So she had to push herself to start doing sports so that she will also have something to share in the group. And she said the group really really motivated her, really really did wonders for her, helped her to stay consistent. And she insists that she's not doing publicity. And I'm even asking myself, why are you not doing publicity? You should be doing publicity. So she says she's not doing publicity. She's just saying, this is what helped me, and this is the advice that I'm going to give to you. You can join my weight loss group. Fine, you're welcome. You can join any other one, but important thing, hook up with somebody.
Yeah.
Hook up with somebody, because the more the merrier. This life, we are not made to be alone. That is why we grow up, we are in our family. When we reach a certain stage, we get married. At every stage of our lives, we need people. You are not
Yeah.
meant to be alone. And it's the same with this healthy living, this weight loss journey. It's not just about losing weight, it's about just being all around healthy. It's a lifestyle. So by all means, get in touch with people. Start a group yourself. You can do it. How did I start? In 2019, I wanted to get in shape myself because I was going out of shape. And I decided to ask on Facebook, who wants to join me? Because I knew that alone, I would not be able to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it started. So 5 women wrote to me and said they want to join. And that is where I started sweating. Like, okay, ooh, what am I going to do with these women? Yes, they started asking me, I want to join. What is the plan, Laura? Tell us.
Yeah.
And I had
Wow.
no plan, so it was learning on the job. That is how in 2019, with the first group, we were just going. I would sleep and the Holy Spirit will give me some idea, and I'll throw it in the group and we will try it. And with time, I've been having new ideas. With each new group, I learn new things. They share new problems with me, they share their challenges with me, and that's how I've been refining the program. And I think it's getting better and better. So by all means, join a program. Don't do it alone. And if you can't find any program, create one yourself. If Laura could do it, you can do it too. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right, I think yes, we are good with. There's no more question. Thank you so much for keeping the comment section busy. We're so grateful, Elise. Right? We are so grateful to you all, Chloe, Queen Iya, Queen Sylvie, Queen Chloe, Queen Janet. You all are amazing. Thank you so much for keeping us company. Community is key. Yes,
Yeah.
community is key. So now let's come back to this program, my dear. I want to ask you. You said before in your introduction that you tried many other programs, you tried many other diets. Sometimes they worked and then, they did not work and stuff like that. So, what was the difference? If somebody asks you, what was the difference between this one and the others that you've tried in the past? What would you say is what really made the difference, Elise?
Yes. Ce qui a fait la différence, justement, c'est que dans les anciens programmes, il y avait trop de
Mm-hmm.
restrictions, tout simplement trop de restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
J'étais interdit de manger tout ce que j'aime.
Okay. All right.
C'est justement tout ce que j'aime que je n'avais pas le droit de manger. Donc, du coup, oui, je tiens sur quelques semaines, mais après, je dis non, mais je n'en peux pas, je dois. Et en plus, non seulement je dois manger, je dois éviter tout ce que j'aime, mais quand je regardais, je ne voyais même plus en fait ce que j'ai le droit de manger. Je ne dois pas manger les pâtes, le riz, de pain, bref, je n'avais plus le droit de manger. Peut-être juste les légumes, mais les légumes avec quoi?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All
Et sur,
right.
Et surtout aussi, je dirais que et dans les autres programmes, là, je n'introduisais pas le sport. Franchement, le sport a été tout nouveau pour moi. Ça a été une découverte avec ce programme. Et je le dis et je le redis jusqu'ici, j'aime le
Mhm.
sport.
Yes, yes.
J'associe tout
Okay.
ce que je fais avec du sport maintenant.
Okay, je peux traduire maintenant. I can
Yeah,
translate this part.
yeah.
So I was asking Elise, what was the main difference, you
Oh,
know? Now
maintenant,
I'm
avec
going,
ses cheveux.
moi avec mes cheveux, je veux être, I'm going to go crazy very soon because these hairs are flying all over the place. But it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I was asking her what was the difference between this program and the other ones which did not work. Queen Chloe will come to your question. Okay, just a minute. Let me just leave it here on the screen. So she said the ones which did, the main difference to her was the fact that the other programs had lots of restrictions. So she was not supposed to eat this bread. She was not supposed to eat pasta. She was not supposed to eat rice. She was not supposed to eat, you know. And that
Yeah.
is what we were saying before. In this program, we don't restrict what you should eat. By all means, eat what you like, enjoy what you like. But I always say, healthize it. Healthize it. Make it healthy. Take what you like and make it healthy. So if you love eating bread, if you love eating bread baguette, you maybe you eat it with sardine, yeah. So instead of just eating it with sardine and just having empty calories, you can take time, slice some cucumber. See, this hair is driving me crazy. I need a pin. Okay, you better stay here.
Yeah.
I'm crazy,
You're
isn't it?
fine.
I'm crazy. All right. So if you like to eat bread and butter, some people love butter. There was a time I couldn't live without butter. Instead of just putting butter in your bread and eating it, you can make the bread, put your butter, but you slice some cucumber, you put there, you take a lettuce leaf, you put on it, you take maybe some cheese, you put on it, you boil an egg, slice it, put on it, put some tomato, and you enjoy it. You eat it. Do you know what happens when you eat like that? If you were to eat just the bread and the butter, my experience, by the time within 1 minute, it's done. Chunks of bread have gone down my system and I'm not full. I will take another one and make it. Yes. So I will finally eat 2 or 3 at least. But when I take time to put all those things on it, lettuce, tomatoes, gherkin, zucchini, whatever, boiled egg, I eat it and I'm done because I am so full, you know. So that's why we say we don't restrict, but we try to show you how to make it more healthy so that you don't just eat empty calories. You eat meaningful calories, calories that are going to do something in your body, you know. So the programs that she used to do before, they restricted everything. And you, like we said, uh, you can stay for maybe 1 week, 2 weeks without eating the things that you like, but at some point you are going to eat it. And when you start eating it at that time, you destroy everything because you will eat it with anger. You will eat it with aggression. So
Enfin.
it's not good. Yes, you eat it with aggression. Finally, woof, you know. And then the second difference was that the other programs did not integrate sports, fitness, and exercise, which is also very, very important. Very important to note that nutrition makes 80%. If you want to lose weight, if you want to maintain your current weight level, nutrition makes 80%, sports makes just 20%, but you need both of them. So you
Yeah.
cannot say with sports is only 20%, I'm not going to do it. No, you need both of them. They kind of go hand in hand because when you do sports, you are inspired by doing sports. By doing sports, you are inspired to eat healthy. And when you eat healthy, you are inspired to do sport. You can't
Yeah.
separate them. They just go hand in hand. All right. Let me take so please can you answer Queen Close question? She was asking how long do you go without food? Like during your intermittent fasting, you talked about how long do you go without food?
Ça dépend, Queen Cloud. Ah ben, comme j'ai dit, au moins 16 heures. Au moins, vraiment, c'est le minimum. Mais il m'arrive de rester 20 heures sans manger. Parce que,
Okay.
ayant réadapté mon alimentation, franchement, je ne suis plus du style à avoir faim constamment. Par exemple, un exemple aujourd'hui, je devais aller au cours de sport avec ma fille. Et elle a cours de sport à 17h30. Et normalement, je dois manger, moi, consciemment, je sais qu'au trop tard, 17h30, je dois manger, mais le sport commence à 17h30. J'ai pris le temps, j'ai pris ma pause au bureau. Heureusement, je fais beaucoup de home office. J'ai pris ma pause, j'ai fait le repas. Donc, j'ai mangé à 15h, 15h30, j'avais fini. Et quand j'ai mangé à 15h30 et que je reviens avec ma fille du sport, il est 19h, je sais que rien ne doit plus entrer dans mon ventre en dehors de l'eau.
All
Et
right.
c'est pour ça que quand je me réveille le lendemain matin, je ne saute pas sur la nourriture non plus.
Mm-hmm.
Parfois, le samedi matin, quand je me réveille, je sais que je dois aller faire les courses, je dois peut-être aller jogger avant de revenir pour réfléchir. Et comme je vais jogger, je ne veux pas boire mon eau citronnée parce que je sais qu'en route, j'aurai
Mm-hmm.
envie de faire pipi. Donc, c'est
Oui.
quand je rentre du jogging, peut-être vers 10 heures, que je prends mon eau citronnée. Je dois attendre 30 minutes. Donc, c'est vers... Bref, ça dépend. Mais minimum 16 heures. Ça peut aller au-delà, parfois 20 heures.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me translate. Thank you so much, Queen Elise. Thank you so much. So what she's saying is that because she's doing intermittent fasting, the minimum time is 16 hours. That is what intermittent fasting recommends. But like I said before, you can always go longer than that. The longer, the better, actually. So she also says something which is very important. She said that because she's now more conscious of how she eats, when she eats, and what she eats, she's not constantly hungry. She's not constantly hungry. So when she gets up in the morning, for example, she doesn't jump into the fridge. You just get up in the morning, you brush your teeth quickly, papa, and you run to the kitchen and start scattering pots left and right. No, she's very, very conscious. And uh some days when she has to go to do sports, when she plans to go jogging, she will get up in the morning and she will postpone her warm water, because of course if you take warm water, it means you're going to stop on the road, or maybe you go to the bush to leave it out, right? So she postpones it until when she comes back, before she takes it, showers, and then she knows that she needs about 30 minutes to before she can take her first meal of the day. And then she also said something. Queen Elise is so disciplined. During the program, we had a rule that you after 6 p.m. you don't eat anymore. After 6 p.m. you don't eat. And believe me, when I say this, you might think, oh my God, how can that happen? How can that be possible? Believe me, when you eat consciously during the day, when you are conscious of what you're eating, and you make healthy food choices, and you drink your water. One of the things that makes us hungry is when we drink juice and all this
Yeah.
sugar. When you drink it, it only tells you to eat more. It only tells you to eat more. I want more. I want more. Give me more. Give me more. So when you want to drink water. That is the only thing that will fill you up. Water. So she says that because she has this rule and she's very disciplined, there are days like today when she had to go for sport for a program, her dancing class with her daughter. She knew that she would be coming back at 19 o'clock, and definitely she's not going to eat at that time. So what she did is that she took time and prepared her food around 3:30. She ate very well, and that's it. That's it. So you have to be conscious. And that's why we say healthy lifestyle involves everything.
Yes.
So you need to fit it to your work schedule, your work plan, the activities of the children. You need to fit everything up. You look at your plan, okay, I'm taking the kid to this program. When am I going to come back? Am I going to have time to eat? If not, you do something. Either you make something and take along. You can slice your fruits and vegetables, whatever you take along, or you make your healthy sandwich. Jeremy talked about his masterpiece. I have a son, Jeremy. He makes his masterpiece. You know,
Yeah.
he takes time and puts all kinds of sweet things on it. Uh, um, uh,
Cheese.
Cucumber, tomato, cheese. He calls it masterpiece. You can make a masterpiece and take along to where you're going so that by 6 p.m. you have eaten. Discipline. Discipline is the key. You might say, but Laura, it's so difficult. No, it's not. It's in the mind. When you set your mind, when you make up your mind that you will do it, you will do it. Nothing or nobody will stop you from doing it. God says in the Bible that I've not given you a spirit of fear and timidity. I've given you a spirit of discipline and a sound mind and self-control. So you have everything that you need within you already. You just need to activate it by constantly telling yourself, I am. I am. Yes. So that
Oui.
was it, Queen Chloe. I hope that answers your question. I just want to thank you. Beauty by Angie. Beauty by Angie is here. Our lovely sister Ngozi. She's here and she says, I eat non-stop. In fact, I have to discipline myself. Yes. I remember a few days ago we were at her house and she said, Sister Laura, I would love to join your program, but I love food. Is there
Ah.
anybody here who doesn't love food?
No.
We all love food. We all love food. But we need to know that it is this same food we love can either make you sick
Yeah.
or it can heal you. So you need to ask yourself, am I going to make food my poison or am I going to make it my medicine?
Yeah.
The choice is yours. You can do it. It always seems impossible until it is done. Not so Elise.
Yeah.
Elise is the testimony. It always looks impossible until
Yeah.
it is done. 17 kilos down.
Yeah.
17 kilos down. And she started in February. So
Yes.
what else can we say? Before we continue, I just want to ask you, this is a tip from a real YouTuber. This is a real YouTuber. She knows how it goes. So she says, 17 people are watching. Please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. All right, let us pause for 1 minute. Everybody, give this video a thumbs up. When we finish, we are going to count the thumbs up. If they are not up to 17, I know everybody here. I will come for you. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Beauty by Angie. Sister Ngozi, you're amazing. Every time you come, you always remind me of this, and it's so important. Please give it a thumbs up because it's going to help our video too. We know because we're doing this thing not just because we want to sit here and have fun. If something is good for us, it's definitely good for another brother or another sister somewhere. So when we interact in the video, when we give it a thumbs up, when we share it, when we comment, then YouTube would also see that, okay, this was definitely an interesting topic, and they'll begin to recommend it with to other people. So it's really, really important. Yes. Thank you so much. Sister Queen Iya says, yes, that is a fact. We are creative beings. We can be and we can do anything we want.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yecheva Michelle, you're welcome. Bienvenue. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Aha.
thank you. Yeah, Sister Elise is excited. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. So, my dear, I want to ask you now to give us just some tips. Just give us your top 3 tips for healthy lifestyle. What was the key to your success? The top 3 things that led to your success, and the tips that you can give to our viewers and listeners?
Yeah.
Mhm.
La toute première des choses que j'aimerais dire, et je le dis toujours, c'est d'impliquer la famille. Puisque si je suis un programme et je me limite à suivre le programme pour moi seule, la famille pourra me décourager. Je peux bien dire oui, j'aimerais mieux manger, j'aimerais manger les légumes, mais on n'a pas, je n'ai pas cette force, cette possibilité, cette capacité de préparer mon petit déjeuner à moi seule, pour les enfants, pour mon époux, et ainsi de suite jusqu'au soir. Donc, je me dis, c'est ce qui a été une force dans ce programme, c'est que toute la famille a été impliquée. Par exemple, je me souviens quand Queen Laura nous a dit, il faut marcher 33 fois. Ah mon Dieu, c'était devenu un sujet à la maison où quand on voulait manger, on s'assoit à table. Chacun mange. On regarde l'autre. On dit, toi, tu manges très vite. Mon mari dit 33 fois. Et
Mhm.
quand ça
Yeah.
devait être, si ça doit être un truc peut-être mou, disons quoi, je sais pas, peut-être le couscous, il dit,
Mhm.
même le couscous 33 fois, c'est un enfant qui va répondre oui, 33 fois.
Yeah.
Le fait que la famille ait été impliquée, ça a été vraiment facile. Que ce soit dans
Wonderful.
l'alimentation ou dans le sport. Et du coup, ça reste jusqu'aujourd'hui.
Yes.
Par exemple, avant, mes enfants aimaient beaucoup le pain blanc, mais je n'en achète plus dans la maison. À un moment du programme, quand j'avais demandé à Laura si je dois abandonner complètement le pain, et elle m'a dit non, 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 non. Si tu abandonnes le pain, tu seras frustré. Mange le pain, mais achète le pain complet, le pain aux graines. Quand j'ai commencé, j'ai expliqué la nécessité aux enfants.
Yes.
Du coup, j'achetais le pain blanc, il n'en voulait plus. Aujourd'hui,
Wow.
franchement, si j'achète le pain blanc, je peux jeter parce que personne ne va manger. À un moment, je l'ai forcé même pour que les derniers pains blancs que j'avais achetés
Wow.
finissent à la maison. Donc, du coup, tout le monde a pris le rythme et il disait qu'il n'aime plus le pain blanc. Et ainsi
Wow.
de suite pour le sport.
Mhm. Finis avec le sport et je traduis avant que tu fais type number 2.
Ainsi de suite pour le sport, par exemple. J'avais commencé, par exemple, la marche. Si je vous dis que le jogger, c'est même après le programme que j'ai commencé à courir. Ce n'était pas pendant le programme. Pendant le programme, j'ai juste marché et fait les exercices, quelques exercices de cardio à la maison. Mais quand j'ai senti que, bon, les forces me reviennent, waouh! Ah, je marche, je sens que je peux, hein. Et un jour, quand je suis allée marcher, j'étais toujours avec la poussette de l'enfant. Je marche, je dis, bon, je m'en fous si les gens veulent, ils me regardent. Je suis avec la poussette, j'ai ma yaque, mais je vais un peu essayer de courir pour voir si ça va mieux. Je cours, je me donne un objectif, je dis, ah, je vais arrêter là devant. Je cours là devant, je vois, ah, je suis pas très fatiguée, je continue. Mais là, c'était vraiment bien après que le programme était déjà fini.
Wow.
Oui.
Wow. Thank you so much. Wow. 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 Oof. Okay. Wonderful. So, um, Trini, Edith, I've not forgotten you. We're going to answer your question. Okay. Let's just round up with these 3 tips. That's why I put it there so that we don't forget. So, her number 1 tip, which you know what really led to her success, was involving the family. Involving the family, make it a family affair. So you can imagine if you want to do this program just by yourself, what do you think will happen? You will cook for yourself. Like if you want to really do it well, you're going to prepare breakfast for yourself.
Yeah.
And then you prepare something else for the children, maybe. And then maybe something else for your husband. Mm-hmm. And then same thing with lunch and dinner. Hello, are you going to cook? The answer is no. Secondly, if you don't involve your family, they will discourage you, because what is going to happen when maybe you've already had breakfast and then you're trying to concentrate at work? What will happen is that your husband may bring something like, I don't know what, maybe bobolo, some bobolo or whatever, and just be chewing it beside you. Ah, Elise, le travail là, c'est comment aujourd'hui, non? You know? And before you know it, you're saying, je dis à papa, il y a encore le bobolo.
Ouais, bon, s'il te plaît.
Pardon, donne-moi un peu, je peux goûter. So, but when he's conscious of it, he knows, you know, everyone around you, when they're conscious of it, when they are involved, they all know. She gave a good example. She said, during the program, one of the things that we do at some point is that we start trying to chew our food well, consciously chew our food well. And 33 times, that's the number. And so she remembered how when they're at the table and they start eating, everyone is looking at the other and saying, hey, you are chewing too fast. Have you chewed 33 times? Have you chewed 33 times? Or maybe when it's something, something soft, like maybe fufu, the husband will say, this one, am I also supposed to chew 33 times? And one of the kids will say, yes, 33 times. This is wonderful. You make it a family affair. It's more interesting, and it's just way, way, way better. The second example she gave was, I remember sometime in the program, she wrote to me behind and said, Laura, no, actually she said, coach.
Yeah,
because
coach.
I'm coach. I'm coach. So she said, coach, should I stop eating bread? I love bread. That's what she told me. And I told her, no, don't stop eating bread. Because if you stop eating bread, you're going to get frustrated. Because at some point, your body will ask for bread. So what you need to do is go for the whole bread. Go for the nutritive bread. The one that still has grains in it, the brown one. So that's what you should go for. And what did she do? She came back home, called the children and the family, and explained to them. That is, and let me just include this here. That is something that we fail to do as parents. We give the children rules and regulations, but we don't tell them the why behind it. We don't tell them why. So that is why they are constantly rebelling. We need to take time to explain things to our children. Same with us. One of the things that helps us in this program is the fact that we know why we are doing it. That is why I take time every day to give us a topic so that it's not just don't eat this, but understand why you shouldn't eat it. And then make the decision yourself. It's better. When you make the decision yourself, it's better. So she explained it to the children. And then now, if she even buys white bread, the children refuse to eat it. She literally had to force them to finish the last piece of white bread that was in the house before she started buying the brown bread. So by all means, involve the family. If you're on this journey, if you're thinking of getting on this journey, on a journey like this, healthy lifestyle, which I hope we all are thinking of, or maybe we're already in the process, by all means, involve your spouse, talk about it with your spouse, do it together, involve the children. It's amazing. When you involve the children, they are so interested. They are so, they will help you. Yesterday, I shared with you, Queen Elise, I've been going out jogging with the boys because my younger boy is also struggling with his weight. So of recent, we've been going out to jog. And yesterday, I was so tired. And I just wanted to go to bed. And guess what? One of the boys came to me and said, Mommy, when are we going out?
Wow.
And I was like, no, I don't want to go out. I just want to go and sleep. And he said, Mommy, we've already worn our sports clothes. When are we going out?
Oh.
Yeah. So I had to get up and put on my shoes.
Wow.
And I went out with the kids. And they all ran, made their rounds. And I ended up running 8 kilometers.
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday. But if none of the kids, I wouldn't have gone out. So that is what it means when we involve the kids, because there will be times when you can't and they will pull you along. There will also be times when they can't and you pull them along.
Yes.
It's always a win-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
Queen, before we go to the next question, no, just finish up with your tips and then we answer Edith's question, okay?
Yes.
So what is tip number 2, my dear?
Peut-être je voudrais compléter en disant que il faut s'entourer des gens qui nous servent de modèle. Comme par exemple, je me rappelle quand on venait de finir le programme, Queen Sylvie est venue ici à la maison et elle avait pris le soin de me préparer un gâteau. Et le jour où elle est arrivée, j'étais en train de faire le sport à la maison avec les enfants. Elle était tellement contente. Et comme moi, je la prends pour modèle, parce que depuis que je la connais, elle est vraiment waouh. Je lui ai dû me demander comment tu fais pour être comme tu es là.
Mhm.
Et dans le gâteau, elle me dit, ma chérie, n'aie pas peur de manger. Je l'ai fait avec la farine complète. J'ai mis très peu de sucre. Donc, vraiment, il faut s'entourer des gens dont on sait que non, non, vraiment, si j'ai une question, et je n'hésiterai pas et je sais que j'aurai une bonne réponse. Je sais que euh, je trouverai une solution, quoi.
Oui. Maman, j'ai même remarqué que j'avais oublié ce que tu avais dit sur le sport. I forgot something which she mentioned about jogging. You know,
Ah,
she has
yeah.
been saying that she goes jogging, but believe me, um, she only started jogging after the program. During the program, she was only walking. And I just want to encourage someone today. You know, you might be hearing us talking and you're thinking, I can't
No,
even jog, you know,
no.
I can't even go jogging, I can't even do any workout. Start with what you can do. Whatever you can do, just start. The important thing is that you keep on moving.
Mm-hmm.
So she was just walking, and then one day, she was outside, she was walking, and then she just told herself she was with the stroller, the baby stroller, right? For those who say, "Oh, I have a baby, I cannot do anything," take the baby along. So she was with the stroller, and then she said, maybe I can try to run a bit. And then she gave herself a target. I'm gonna run till that pool, you know. So she started running, pushing the baby, running. And then when she got to the pool, she realized, oh, I'm not even that tired. Let me continue. And then she continued running, gave herself the next target. And that is how today, this morning, she shared in one of the groups where I'm with her that she has already completed in the month of May
63. Yeah,
63.7 kilometers of
yeah.
jogging for somebody who could not jog, somebody who could only walk. There we go. So that is what she shared, and I forgot to translate that. And then the second tip she said was that surround yourself with role models, with good people, with people who want your good, with people who would encourage you. So she gave the example of Queen Sylvie, who is here in the group, the other Queen Sylvie,
Yeah.
Sylvie Saha. She said one day Sylvie came to visit her and she had taken the time to bake a cake. So when she brought the cake, Queen Elise was exercising, and then she told Elise, Elise, don't be afraid of eating this cake because I made it with wholemeal flour and I used very little sugar, and so she also
Yeah.
put a lot of thought in baking that cake. So that's
Yeah.
what Elise is saying. Surround yourself with people who are positive minded, with people exactly, NG, people who are positive minded, people who want your good, and and uh, and you'll be fine. And this just also brings me to what we say: don't deprive yourself, because some people think that, okay, now that I'm trying to maybe to lose weight, or I'm trying to live healthy, I should never eat cake again. No.
No.
Who said that? You can eat cake, you can eat everything. My goodness, don't deprive yourself. Instead of baking the cake with white flour, which has no nutritive value, go for spelled flour, go for wholemeal flour. You have them in the supermarket. If the recipe asks you to put 3 cups of sugar,
Mm-hmm.
because it always exaggerates, put half a cup of sugar. Yes, I said it.
Yes,
Half
it's
a cup of
yes,
sugar.
really. Yeah.
It is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Throw some nuts into it. Throw some nuts into the cake. Slice maybe some pieces of apples. Put on it. Make it healthy. Make it yours. Make it yours and enjoy the cake. Another thing I do, because I love cake, mind you, I love cake. So something, another thing I do when I'm going to maybe attend a party. There was a wedding some years ago. I was the moderator of that wedding, and I remember I made up my mind that the only thing I was going to eat at that wedding was cake, because I
Ah,
had not eaten cake for a long time and I wanted to eat cake.
yeah.
But what I did was that the rest of that day, the whole of that day, I didn't eat anything else.
Mhm.
I saved my calories because I know that a little piece of cake will give me all the calories that I need for that day. So I went to the party. I didn't go to the buffet. When it was time for cake, I took 2 slices of cake. I sat down. Mm. I put the microphone down and I ate cake.
Wow.
And it was sweet. So don't deprive yourself of anything. Be conscious. The only thing is be conscious. Don't just eat. Pick, pick,
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you want to eat fufu and arrow,
Yeah.
plan your fufu and arrow and eat.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. If you want to eat cocky, eat. Poulet braisé,
Yeah.
eat. But be conscious of what you're eating, how you're eating, when you are eating. All right. Do
Peut-être
you
je
have
voudrais
another tip?
est-ce que je peux compléter, s'il te plaît?
Oui, oui, oui. Oui, oui, oui.
C'est vrai, en fait, Queen Laura, ce que tu dis, parce que je me rappelle quand on venait à la maison pour la confirmation de l'enfant,
Mm-hmm.
comme je savais que, waouh, Mommy là, on nous a invités pour la confirmation de l'enfant, ce jour-là, le matin en sortant, pas de petit déjeuner. Et comme j'ai dit, non, non, je ne vais pas ajouter mes calories, alors que je sais qu'il y aura de la nourriture délicieuse là-bas. Mon Dieu,
Mm-hmm.
je me réserve et je vais arriver là-bas manger. Et du coup, mon mari dit aussi, je lui dis, tu ne prends pas de petit déjeuner. Il dit, non, 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 calories, calories. Il faut bien que je respecte le nombre de calories. Donc, c'est vrai, en fait, ce que tu dis. C'est
Yes,
savoir.
wonderful. So she was just confirming what I was saying. She recalls a few weeks ago, I think that was last month. My son was receiving First Holy Communion, so we had a little party at home. I invited her. By the way, I had last seen her in February.
Yeah.
I
In
had last seen
January.
her, I think, on the 19th
In
of
February.
February or
Yes,
so.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Then we just kept communicating through the group and over the phone. So I invited her to my son's First Holy Communion party. And I remember that day when I was coming out of church, I saw this black lady that I didn't know. She was looking at me and smiling. She actually called my name. And I was like, who are you?
Yes.
Yeah, who are you and who invited you here? So I didn't ask her who invited you here, but I was thinking in my head, like, we are the only blacks in this church. So who would have invited her? Because I didn't invite her. I don't know her. So
Yeah.
I was looking at her and she's looking at me and she's smiling, Mommy Laura. And I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know you. And then I saw her husband. I recognized her husband because he's the one, she was using his WhatsApp. So I know his picture. So I recognized her husband. I saw her husband. And then I turned and I looked at her again. I said, um, I didn't. Then at that point, she started laughing. Then I looked at the children and I asked them, "Is that Oromota? Is that your mother?"
Yeah.
And they all said, "We, we." And I turned and said, "Elise, oh my God!" So that's what happened that day. But she was talking about the morning of that event. She got up in the morning and she said, Mommy Laura definitely has some good food for us. So I'm not going to eat anything this morning. I'll save my calories. And then she also noticed her husband was not taking breakfast. So she asked him, what's going on? Are you not going to have your breakfast? And he said, you think you're the only one who can save calories? I'm also saving my calories. And when I think of Elise's husband, I always say, what a blessing to
Yeah.
have a supportive husband. And if you're watching this, Marino, I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a role model of a husband. You are really, really a wonderful husband. For all these months that I have kind of kidnapped your WhatsApp and you faithfully give every message to your wife. You encouraged her. You've been such a stronghold. I mean, I just want to thank you. And if you're a husband and you're listening to this, I just want to thank you as well, because I know you all are amazing husbands. And I just want to encourage you to keep it up. We are a team. You and your wife, you are a team. If she's going down the drain, she's taking you along. And the same thing, if your husband is going down the drain, he's taking you along. So always see yourselves as a team. And if your wife is doing something, support her however you can. If your husband is doing something, support him. So thank you once again, Marino. And thank you, all our wonderful husbands, for being the strong, amazing husbands that you are to us. Okay. Maman, il y a encore quelque chose pour
Marino, merci.
All right, c'est très bien. Don't you go, you can now answer Edith's question. She was asking, what is the most challenging part of the journey, Elise?
Actuellement ou bien pendant le programme?
Yes. Are you asking about the program or you're asking right now? Twinny, are you there? I think you can just answer both. Maybe the program and then you also say how it has continued. Queen Elise.
Qu'est-ce que je vais dire? Si je vais dire la partie qui m'a vraiment, je dirais peut-être tout. C'était peut-être cette partie concernant le sport, beaucoup plus. Beaucoup plus concernant le sport. Parce que, comme je disais, je détestais vraiment le sport. Donc, c'était vraiment un challenge pour moi. Et je savais, sur le forum, tu recommandais, les autres queens recommandaient et postaient que le sport, sans le sport, oui, tout ce qu'on fait, c'est bien beau, mais le sport, donc c'était un grand défi pour moi. Et je dirais Dieu merci, parce que pas plus tard que hier, vous savez, il y avait je crois que c'était les hosts ou bien quoi, je ne sais plus trop. Les enfants font les cadeaux à l'école avec leurs enseignants, avec leurs maîtres pour les parents. Et mon fils a fait, dans leur école, leur maîtresse leur a écrit c'était pendant le Moutatak, la fête des mères, voilà. Il devait écrire, maman, tu es particulière parce que. Et maman, voici telle chose que tu sais très bien faire, que tu aimes et tu fais très bien. Et chaque jour, je dois tirer un papier et lire, garder. Le prochain, je le tire. Donc, hier, le papier que j'ai tiré, c'était Maman, das kannst du sehr gut. Sport. J'ai dit, wow!
Wow! Wow!
J'ai dit, donc, quitter. Je lui ai demandé, Yoann, tu es sérieux? Tu dis vrai? Il dit, oui, maman. Tu aimes le sport et tu fais très bien le sport. Donc, tout ce que c'est vrai. J'ai dit, wow! Donc, c'était vraiment que j'avais.
That's wonderful.
Je ne sais pas si
j'ai répondu. All right, that's wonderful. So, Edith, Twinny, she says, oui, parce qu'elle a dit que c'était pour le programme. She said it was for the program.
Okay.
Yes. So, Edith, she says the most challenging part for her for the program was the part of sports, because she really hated sports. And I can even just I can just relate with Elise right now, because I remember when I was in secondary school, in primary school, because I was also very bulky. I didn't know how to do sports. So each time we were at sports, I would not do it well. I was clumsy, and they were always laughing at me. The other girls, the other peoples would laugh at me, call me names. So I grew up hating sports.
Yeah.
So people who knew me at that time, when they see me today, the love that I have for sports today, it's just like, okay, how did this happen? You know? So Elise is saying the same thing. Her biggest challenge during the program, during the challenge, was the sports aspect of it. And you can imagine what really helped her was the fact that in the group, everyone was sharing their sports activities, everyone was encouraging, and then she had to, you know, push herself to at least go out and walk, do the workouts and all those things. Then what else did she say? Then yesterday one of her sons wrote something on a card which he made for her for Mother's Day. He wrote something. The question was, what does your mother do very well?
Yeah.
And this boy wrote, she does sports very well. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? She does sports very well. For someone a few weeks ago hated sports, today she's a sports champion. So, and she asked her kid, "Are you serious? Are you kidding me?" He said, "No, I'm not. I'm not kidding, mommy. You do sports very well." So we need to be role models to our children. We need to, to face whatever is challenging you, whatever you're afraid of. Take it by the bull, face it head on, and you will overcome it. You will overcome it. I want to welcome, let me put it here so that you can see. Elise, can you just read it? It's in French.
Ah! Quel est le dosage pour les... Alors, maman Agnès! Oh, is Marino sister! Quel est le dosage pour le sport par semaine? Marve depuis le temps hors le Cameroun. It is my lovely sister.
Mm-hmm.
She's asking how much or how many sports do we have to do per week?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the main question. How much sports do you have to do per week? Because some people say 3 times per week is enough. Some people say 5 times per week is
Yeah.
enough. Some people say every day. So what would you say, Elise? She's
I,
asking, what would
I,
you say before I say
yes,
something about it?
je dirais que, maman Agnès, je dirais que ça dépend. Ça dépend vraiment de chacun. Je vais dire qu'il n'y a pas un dosage pour le sport. Chacun doit faire le sport comme il se sent. Par
Mm-hmm.
exemple, comme on dit, le sport, cette semaine, curieusement, j'avais décidé de ne pas faire beaucoup de sport. Pour rien, vraiment, je n'étais pas fatiguée, rien, rien, rien. Mais j'ai dit que non, c'est comme si j'exagère un peu avec le sport. Et je vais arrêter jusqu'à ce que hier, je poste dans le groupe que j'ai déjà fait 63,75 km de jogging et que Lotus Bleu me dit, mais vas-y, mais à 100 km, c'est là que j'ai mis mes baskets hier et je suis sortie courir. Sinon, je dirais que non. Tu peux faire le sport, tu peux aimer le sport, mais il y a les semaines où tu peux te dire, bon, c'est recommandé quand même. Si c'est
Mm-hmm.
jogging, la semaine où tu ne veux pas courir, tu peux te dire, je marche. Oui, je
Mm-hmm.
crois que c'est quand même bon d'être toujours en activité et continuellement,
Yes.
vraiment
Yes.
continuellement. I love this sister.
Yes. Thank you so much, Agnes, for that question. So Agnes was asking, how much sports should you do per week? And Queen Elise has answered so well. She says, there is actually no rule that fits everybody. That is the good thing. There is no rule that fits everybody. There is no shoe that fits everybody. One size that fits all. No. You need to just know yourself, know what works for you, find out what works for you. I always say, find out what works for you, but don't be lazy, because sometimes we do become lazy and we say, I cannot do more than one day, I cannot do this. No, but if you are really sure that you cannot do more than this, it's fine, but make sure you're not lying to yourself, because the only person you're lying to is to yourself. You're not lying to anyone else. So that it just depends. You can go jogging every day. For me, I always say my jogging time is my prayer time. So I pray every day so I can actually go jogging every day. And Elise just talked about her record. This month she already has 63, like we said before. And we still have some days in the month of May, so she could actually do 100. In the last month, my record was 63 something as well. And then this month I decided to go to 100. And today, as I'm speaking to you, as of yesterday, I was already at 115 kilometers. So keep pushing yourself. Start somewhere, but don't stay there. Start somewhere, but don't stay there. If you're just starting to work out, you can go for a walk like Elise started. She was only walking. You can just start walking, and then at some point, as you're getting stronger and lighter, you can start testing the waters.
Yeah.
Maybe I can run for 100 meters. Oh, 100 meters is not even enough. 200, 300. Before you know it, 1 kilometer, 2, 3, 4, 60, 100 kilometers. So there is no rule that fits all. The important thing, as Elise says, is to always be active. If you're not going out to jog, you can do workouts at home. There are all levels of workouts. There are workouts for beginners, workouts for intermediate, advanced workouts. Wherever your level is, start somewhere and then keep going up. Okay. Thank you so much, dear Agnes, for being there. And Iya said, at some point, she said, I am all for stretching. Yes, stretching is good. We need to stretch. We need to grow taller. It's
Yeah.
very, very, very important. And Elise, when you go to jog, I hope you always take time to do a warm up
Yeah.
and stretch your muscles before you go out to run, right? Because that's something I wasn't doing. And then I got a knee injury and I had to stay for more than a year without jogging. That was like killing. I stayed for a year without jogging. I was like in a prison. It was so terrible. And but somehow God healed my knee just like that. So today I'm very careful. I always try to take time to warm up so that your muscles are, more flexible when you're running.
Yeah.
All right, my dear, we have another question. Let's take this other question. Keep the questions coming. Il faut écrire les questions. Il n'y a pas de problème. On a encore 15 minutes et on va finir. Donc, merci, merci, merci beaucoup. Il y a un cuisine avec les jumelles. Ah, tiens, les jumelles. Oh, c'est très
Salut!
bien.
Peut-on
C'est très
remplacer
bien.
le
Bien
par le
connu.
vélo?
Oui. Oui, oui, oui. Tu peux remplacer le jogging par le vélo. Il y a Queen Sylvie Saha. Elle fait beaucoup de vélo aussi avec son mari, mais elle fait aussi le jogging. Donc, le vélo, je réponds en français, après je vais répondre en anglais. Le vélo a ses avantages et c'est bien aussi, mais ça ne remplace pas les avantages du jogging. Donc, tu peux faire le vélo, mais ça ne doit pas dire que tu ne peux pas faire le jogging. Il faut toujours essayer de mélanger beaucoup de choses différentes. Je vais te dire pourquoi. Le corps humain est fait pour s'adapter. Donc, le corps humain s'adapte très vite à ce que tu fais régulièrement. Et quand ça s'adapte, ça fait en sorte qu'à un moment, tu ne vois plus le résultat. Parce que ça s'est adapté et ça essaie de te protéger. Parce que c'est ça que le corps doit faire. Ça essaie toujours de nous protéger. Donc, c'est bien de toujours changer les exercices, changer les choses que tu fais pour que le corps est toujours en train de travailler. Et comme ça, tu ne prends pas du poids ou tu perds du poids si c'est ça que tu veux faire. Yeah. Yes, Sister Edith, we're almost rounding up. Please don't run now. Don't go. Just stay on where we'll be rounding up in the next 10 minutes. So she was asking whether cycling can replace jogging. And I was telling her cycling is good. It's very good. But it doesn't mean that if you're cycling, you cannot do jogging. Just always try to combine the two. And I also mentioned the human body is always adapts to anything you're doing very fast. And it always tries to protect you. So if you're doing the same thing all the time, at some point you realize that you're no more having the results that you would like to see because your body has adapted and is trying to protect you. So that's why it's important to always change the kind of workouts you're doing, change the kind of exercises you're doing so that your body is constantly working. And because it's working, you don't save calories, you don't put on weight, and you also lose weight. So Maman Elise, tu voulais ajouter quelque chose sur ça?
Non, je crois que
Sinon,
c'était
je
ça.
vais te poser la dernière question et on
Oui,
finit.
oui.
All right. All right, Mama. Donc, the last question I want to ask Mama Elise before we round up is, you said one of the things that helped you was involving your family, the
Yes,
children and your husband.
yes.
And I want to ask you, there are so many, the children now are growing in a generation which is very different from ours. When we were growing up, we used to go outside and play.
Mhm,
We did not have the luxury of eating yogurt every day, um, eating cake every day. But the children of today have all these things at their disposal.
mhm.
And the food we eat today is not as healthy as what we had before, because there's a lot of gene manipulation, there's a lot of chemicals being used in our food. That is why the children are also growing very tall.
Yes.
You see the children of this generation, they are very, very tall because of the food that they eat. So at the same time, some of the children are also going out of shape.
Mhm.
They're also going into overweight, obese, and stuff like that. So what advice would you give to us, parents, mothers, fathers, right now, on how to educate our children so that they understand at this stage the importance of healthy food, the importance of exercise, and all these good things that will help them to, to live a good life? What would you say? Oui, comment on peut aider nos enfants à, à être forts,
Oui.
manger les bonnes choses et les trucs comme ça.
Oui. La première des choses que je voudrais dire, c'est que pour aider nos enfants, parce qu'on a souvent tendance, si je prends mon expérience du passé, je disais aux enfants, oui, manger les fruits et les légumes, c'est bon, mais ce n'était pas trop pour moi. Donc, le matin, je m'arrangeais à mettre les légumes boîte à linge, dans leur boîte à lunch, un peu de gurke, un peu de ceci. Mais ce n'était pas pour moi. Nous devons leur montrer cela par l'exemple. Quand je dis peut-être à l'enfant, non, tu ne dois pas manger les yaourts sucrés, les yaourts, tu dois prendre des yaourts nature, et que l'enfant me voit manger des yaourts autre chose. C'est clair qu'il va aimer, il va vouloir cette autre chose qu'il a déjà auparavant goûté et c'était bon. Donc, du coup,
Mhm.
moi, je crois qu'il faut causer avec l'enfant, lui montrer la nécessité de ne pas consommer et de ne plus en acheter toi-même. Par
Yeah.
exemple, dans mon frigo, il n'y a aucun yaourt qui ne soit pas nature. Et même les yaourts nature sont contrôlés. Ce n'est pas parce que
Mhm.
c'est yaourt nature que l'enfant a le droit à chaque moment, à tout moment, d'en prendre.
Mhm.
Et quand on fait les soupes, nos soupes aux légumes, on s'assoit, on leur montre la nécessité. Bref, je dois leur montrer la nécessité. Pourquoi tel légume, quand on combine les légumes, c'est vraiment bien pour la santé. L'excès de viande, ce n'est pas bien. Regarde, en surpoids. Je prends l'exemple, par exemple, avec les camarades de classe. Regarde, autour de toi. De nos jours, les enfants sont généralement obèses parce qu'ils ne bougent plus. Donc, il faut faire par l'exemple, comme on dit, prêcher par l'exemple, sortir avec les enfants. Et la chose que j'aimerais signaler ici, c'est que bien sûr que les téléphones, les télés et les tablettes distraient les enfants. C'est clair que si tu donnes le téléphone à l'enfant, il ne va pas trouver le temps de sortir faire du sport. Or, si tu le retires de ces choses-là, il va pouvoir aller faire du sport et c'est dans ce sport-là qu'il dépense ses calories. Et quand il
Mhm.
revient, tu lui donnes une alimentation saine et équilibrée. Je crois que c'est une coordination de tout ça, en fait. Et toi-même, tu dois essayer. Tu vas pas dire à l'enfant ne mange pas telle chose quand toi, tu en manges tellement. Bien sûr que les écarts sont autorisés. Quand je dis aux enfants, ce n'est pas bien. Je sais que les enfants ont le besoin. Je ne peux pas leur interdire complètement les sucreries parce que
Mhm.
ça va les frustrer.
Oui,
Oui, donc
oui.
du coup, c'est que oui, vous êtes
Wow.
autorisés, mais on gère.
Angel. Wow. Merci beaucoup, Mama. Thank you so much. So I'm going to translate.
Ah
So my
ouais.
question was, how can we help our children to build the right foundation? Because we always think, oh, they are children. They are children. They don't need all these things now. You can't be putting the child on a diet, and you can't be expecting the child to do sports and stuff like that. I remember a few days ago when I told someone I was jogging with Jeremy. The person was shocked, like, "Hello, how old is Jeremy?" And I was like, "What do you mean? How old is Jeremy? He is old enough." So we need to start now. The earlier we start, the better. So her Elise tips are, um, be a role model.
Yeah.
Be a role model to your children. So don't tell the children. So she gave an example that she used to tell the children, "Oh, fruits and vegetables are good for you." So when she makes their prepares their boxes for school, she would put some little fruits, some little vegetables in it, and she will give them. But not for her. No, they are good for the children, but not for her. So for her, she will not eat all those things. So you need to be a role model for the children. If you're going to tell the children to eat certain things, be sure you're showing them the example. In the house, I have 2 days in a week, which are my detox days, my fruit and vegetable days. And yesterday, I told the boys, from next week, Wednesday, we are going to be doing the fruit and vegetable days together. So it will not just be mommy's again, it will be for the family. And when I said that, they were like, "Mommy, are we starting today?" I said, "No, we are not starting today. I just want to prepare you. We'll start on Wednesday next week." And they were like, "Okay." And one thing I do, like yesterday, no, 2 days ago when I was doing the detox, today I didn't have time to do it. I washed a big batch of fruits and vegetables and I sliced up everything and I put it on the sink. There were mangoes on it, there were carrots, there were tomatoes, there were cucumbers, there were pears, there were apples. I sliced everything and I prepared it because even for you need to always take time to prepare your meals, prepare your snacks, because if you don't do that, you will always go for the unhealthy things which are already processed and prepared. Same with the children. Don't just tell them to eat fruits and vegetables, make it available for them. That was the first thing. Be a role model. The second thing, talk to the children. Talk to them. Let them understand why it's important. Let them understand. Yesterday, Jeremy asked me, no, it was this morning. I was telling him, when you go to kindergarten, because they had a general breakfast at the kita today, I told him, don't eat any white bread. Eat only the brown bread. And he looked at me and said, "Mommy, why?" And I explained it to him. And he said, "Okay, mommy. Okay, mommy." I said, "Have you understood?" He said, "Yes, mommy." So children, they are not dumb. They are not dumb. They understand. Explain it to them. Then the third thing Elise recommends is, don't buy anything unhealthy. And she gave the example, you will not find any sweetened yogurt in her house. She only buys natural yogurt. And even just the natural yogurt, she controls it to make sure it is really the good one. So if you don't want the children, what is the use buying Nutella or buying sweetened yogurt, and then you're telling the children, "Don't eat, don't eat, don't eat"? Why did you buy it? It doesn't even make any sense. So if you don't want, if you don't want to consume it, or you don't want the children to consume it, then don't buy it. Sometimes we buy those things and we say it's for visitors. I'm buying the juice, we don't drink it, but it's for visitors. And I'll ask you, if it is not good for you, why are you giving it to your visitors? Have you ever asked yourself that question? If you're not drinking juice because the sugar in it, the excess sugar and all the chemicals are not good for you, why are you offering it to your visitors? Take the time and give them water. Just give them water. Don't even explain anything. They will drink. In October, I remember in October, we had to celebrate Jeremy's birthday at an indoor playground in Kerpen, in your city, Elise. And I was thinking of, oh my God, I'd invited some of his friends, and we were thinking of what to buy for drinks. You know how it is now. When children are involved, everybody wants to buy Caprizone, Caprizone, Caprizone. And I was telling my husband, I don't really want to buy Capri Sun. I don't really want to buy any juice for the children. And I was talking with one of the mothers in the daycare, and she told me, you don't need to buy it, just buy water. And if the children ask you, tell them there is only water. And that's what I did. Believe me, there is no child who came asking me for juice. There is none. So most of the time we give ourselves, we make all these excuses when there is actually nothing. So if you are not drinking juice in your house, don't buy juice and give to your visitors. If you're not eating something in your house, don't buy it and prepare it for your visitors. You need to be kind to your visitors as you are kind to yourself. That is my philosophy. I might be wrong. Maybe tell me in the comment section what you think about it. But for me, I think that if something is not good for me, it's also not good for my visitors. And I'm not showing love to them when I do give them. They might see it differently, but that is my conviction. Then the second thing she said was that you can involve the children in the cooking. You take time to cook with them. You explain to them why we're using these ingredients and not that one and stuff like that. And then she also says, go out with them. Don't just tell the children to go and play. Go and jog. Go and ride your bicycle. No, most often they will not want to go, especially if they're on the TV or on the tablet. Tell them, let's go. Go with them. It makes it easier and it's more fun. And you are also having your own dose of fresh air and exercise. Then the next thing, talking about the gadgets, restrict it to the minimum. There is something that I find so sad. I find it so sad in our world today. If some months back we had a party in the house in the basement, and there were some children, some African children who had come with their parents. These are children who live in different towns, and they just met that day in our house for the party. And it was so interesting that each of that child had a phone and was like this in his own corner or in her own corner. Every one of them was on the phone, their own personal phone. I found it so sad. And I took the microphone and I made an announcement and I said, dear parents, please, just for this evening, let these children interact with each other. Take those phones away from them, please. Let's really think, what are we doing to our children? We are not showing them love. We might think we are showing them love by giving them these things. It's not love. It's not. Think about it. Keep it at a bare minimum, okay? And let the children learn to talk and tell stories. Sometimes my boys come to me and they say, Mommy, we are bored. I say, how can you be bored? You have each other, you have your mouths. Tell stories. Go and jump on the trampoline. Go outside. You can't be bored. But of course, when they say they are bored, it means we want to watch TV. We all know those tricks, So, and then the last thing she says, which is very, very important, is always make exceptions. So even when you tell the children, we are not going to be eating cake as often as we used to do. I'm not going to buy Nutella again for this reason or for that reason. There should always be exceptions. When Coca-Cola, for example, my kids don't drink Coca-Cola. I never buy it at home. But when they go out, sometimes they'll run and come to me and say, Mommy, please, can I drink Coca-Cola? Can I drink Coca-Cola? And I say, yes, you can drink. Because you will not be with the children everywhere. You will not be with the children everywhere. They are going to school. They are going to visit their friends. They are going to be in places where you are not. You have to actually make the children understand why, so that when you are not with them, they take the decision for themselves. Also, you should always make exceptions so that the children will know that even if I don't take it today, one day Mommy is going to give it to me, so they don't indulge. So at this point, I just want to thank you, Mama Elise, for being so wonderful. for being so generous with yourself, with your story, sharing your story with us, sharing your experiences with us. Um, I want to just put some of the comments. Let me just see. En cuisine avec les jumelles, elle a dit: merci pour ta réponse. Je suis dans un groupe de sport de femmes. Nous marchons parfois une fois par semaine, parfois dans la salle de gymnastique, parfois pédaler le vélo. C'était vraiment intéressant.
Wow.
Yeah, wonderful. Way to go. Way to go. And Queen Edith said, it was a great show. Thanks so much, Elise.
Yeah,
Thanks,
well.
Laura, for empowering us, especially women out there who are afraid to start a journey like us. We have learned a lot from both of you. Yes. Thank you so much for being there and for keeping us company. Queen Blanche also wrote something at some point in the show. Yes, I want to read it. He said, I think at this point we need to make some concessions and compromise. For example, my elder daughter eats very little and is almost thin. Then she continues, so I need to make her take some calories there. That's right. For that, I'm ready to take some concessions. Sometimes prepare something for myself. It has to be organized.
Mhm.
Consistency and willingness. Yes. That's why we say there is no shoe which fits everybody. Look at your family, look at what works for you, and then find a balance. Right? Queen Elise, do you have something to say about that?
No, I think it's Queen Blanche. Je crois que c'est important. Il faut regarder chaque membre de la famille comment il se comporte. Par exemple, pour ta fille, c'est important qu'elle prenne des calories. Sinon, elle va
Mhm.
s'assécher.
Yeah.
Ce ne sera bon pour personne en fait.
Exactly. So, Queen Elise, I think we have come to the end of our show. I have gone through my list of questions, and I thank you so much, my dear sister, for being such a role model. I tell
You are
you,
welcome.
if I say I'm proud of you, it's not even enough. I don't even know the word to use for to describe how happy, how proud I am when I see you today. It's just wonderful. And it's not Laura, it's not the program. We all contributed a little bit, but 90% of the work was done by you. You got up and you did something. That is so important. And I'm so proud of you for that. And I pray that everyone who has watched this program today, maybe you're sitting on the couch and you're thinking, oh my God, how did she do it? She's looking so slim. How did she manage to lose all this weight? I can't do it. You can do it. If Elise could do it, you can do it. If Laura could do it, you can do it as well. And many other women around the world who have succeeded. So it's not magic. You can do it. You just need to make up your mind. You need to make up your mind and you are good to go. That is the first step. Accept that there is a problem and make up your mind to do something about it. So, Queen Elise, before I do the closing prayer, I'd just like to invite you to just give us a final word, just a final word to conclude everything. Thank
Ah.
you.
Tout d'abord, j'aimerais dire merci à toutes celles qui ont pris la peine d'assister au show aujourd'hui parce que, comme nous le savons, le vendredi soir, franchement, ce n'est pas évident. Chacun sort épuisé de la semaine, de la journée, mais chacune de nous a quand même pu le temps, même du Cameroun, maman Agnès et de partout ailleurs. Merci beaucoup. Et ce n'est qu'ensemble, quand on se laisse éduquer comme ça, là, quand on se laisse, quand on a besoin d'informations, on va vers la solution. C'est tout ce que je peux dire. Donc, aller vers la solution. Parce que la solution ne viendra jamais nous trouver sur place, mais c'est à nous d'aller vers la solution.
Wow. Wow. So I'm just going to translate. She says in her final word, she's just thanking everybody who came to join us today. Friday evenings are very busy. Beauty by Angie, I know you're a busy woman. You're going to work. You made time to come and be with us. Thank you so much, Iya, Queen Iya, my darling sister. J'étais à l'école avec Iya. On a fait 5 ans ensemble.
Wow.
à l'école secondaire. Oui, donc, elle est ma sœur. Elle est aux États-Unis. You're welcome. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you, all my queens, Queen Blanche, Queen Sylvie, Mama Agnès, depuis le Cameroon, coming all the way from Cameroon. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If I've not called your name, Sister Janet, Queen Janet, thank you so much for being there. Thank you, everyone. Chove, who joined from the start. I know you had to catch up with another program. Thank you for coming. And what Elise was saying in the concluding word was that go for the solutions, look for the solutions. If there is a problem, don't wait for the solution, because most often the solution will not come to meet you, but you need to go for the solution, look for the solution. That's exactly what Queen Elise did, and you can do the same. So in every area of life, whatever it is, if there is a problem, recognize it and go for the solution. Look
Yeah.
for the solution. Yeah. Thank you, Sylvie. Thank you all, Queen, for all your encouragements. Let us pray. Let us conclude with a prayer. Mighty God, eternal Father, I want to thank you so much for taking us through this day. I want to thank you so much for taking us through this program. I want to thank you so much for using your daughter, Queen Elise, to be a true instrument and role model for this generation. Papa, it's still a mystery to me, Papa. It's still a miracle to me, Papa, when I look at her. But I know it's only you. You've done something great and marvelous in her, Papa. I want to pray for every one of my sisters who came here to join us on this show live, and even those who would have wanted to join but were not able to join for one reason or the other. Father, I pray for them. I pray for, if there's any one of my sisters who is struggling with her weight, who is struggling with her health, who is struggling with her nutrition, with sports, whatever it is, Papa, come through to her, Lord, and do for her what you did for Elise. You have given us power, you've given us discipline, you've given us self-control, Papa. So help your children, help your daughters to activate all what you've placed in them, to believe in themselves, Father, so that you will be able to do the work that only you can do in our lives. Papa, I want to just bless us all. I want to bless our community out here in the diaspora, in Cameroon, all over the world. Father, I just want to pray that you continue to bless your children, and I pray that you give us, Lord, fill us with your Holy Spirit as we prepare for Pentecost in a few days. Fill us with your Holy Spirit. Give us the courage that we need to go for the solutions, to look for the solutions that we need in our lives. And as we are going, trying to be more healthy, may we not forget the future of tomorrow, our children. May we take them along, Father, so that we will build solid foundations for these children right now. We worship you, oh Lord. We adore you. We give you thanks. For in Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed in thanksgiving. Oh, Father, yes, I just want to pray again that you will take this video, you will take this recording and bring it to the people who need to watch it. Maybe we said something in this video today that somebody needs to hear. Take it and drop it at that person's doorstep so that they can watch this video and be encouraged and be transformed by it. We thank you, oh Lord Jesus. For in Jesus' mighty name we have prayed in thanksgiving and praise. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Woo! Thank you. Hey, Fifi, my sister. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you for being with us. God bless you. Regards to the family. Mama Elise, what
Yeah,
can I say? Thank you so much.
you are welcome, Mommy
Thank you
Now.
so much. It was a bit of a struggle at the start, but we did it.
Yeah.
Yay! Yes,
Thank you,
we
Mommy
can.
Now.
We did
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, we did it. So thank you so much for being there. I hope we come together again and have another show. We
Yeah.
talk on other things. We talk on how you're going, how the journey is going. And, there's so many topics that we can discuss on.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
you, my lovely sisters who are listening, if you have any topics that you want us to talk on, don't write now here. Just go to the main video and write. Is there any topic that you want us to discuss about in upcoming shows? Write it there so that we can see it and then we prepare a show on that. God bless you. I love you. Elise, you love them too, right?
I love you too.
Yes, we love you. God
Thank you
bless you.
to all of you. Bye.
Yes.
Have a
And
nice
please
weekend.
share, yes, please share the video. It's the same link which you use to join the show. So if they click on it now, they're just going to see the recording. So go ahead and continue to share with others so that they can still catch up on the program after. Au revoir.
Bye.
Merci.
Bon
Bye
weekend.
bye. Let me talk like my sister Queen Gozi. Hi, beauties. Bye, beauties. Bye bye. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye bye, Mama Elise. Stay there, okay? Don't go away. We'll talk backstage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't go. Mhm.